Many companies process large volumes of incoming invoices. This manpower-intensive process is important as it attempts to facilitate a timely payment process for a company's vendors and also tries to avoid common errors that can occur during transcription, duplicate data re-entry, and/or a potential to pay a duplicate invoice, which takes a long time to unwind. This demonstration focuses on automating the accounts payable and invoice management process is provided by Conterra. Conterra breaks up this process into three main segments: capture and recognition, verification and payment, and management after payment. Let's move into area one, which is capture and recognition. Conterra uses a program called FlexiCapture provided by Abby. It's a leading document and data capture software. You can see that there's a folder that was created with the originally scanned invoice image that you can look over during this part of the process. FlexiCapture starts with their recognition process first, and they use a project that's created using their easy-to-use tools that actually verifies reads the data, verifies the data, and places it into a folder. You can see we're going through this process using FlexiCapture. It's found some issues, nothing dramatic. We will continue and verify this, and we will close the task. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds per page, but FlexiCapture will now take the image and extract via the project instructions the specific data that in fact Conterra is looking for. FlexiCapture places this data into a folder, and when our agent is started from Conterra, it will examine that folder and extract the invoice and its related data. This extraction, because Conterra is an event-based architecture, actually auto-starts a workflow. We'll enter this workflow using user Richard Miller, who's responsible for this task. In his outbox, you can see all of his tasks that he sent out to people via jobs. There's the invoice. We'll open it up. Click. Now you can see, first of all, it came to Robert Williams. He's responsible for the verification inside Radiotech of these invoices. The system has told him that there is no potential duplicate for invoice numbers, and in fact that the required information to move this process forward in Conterra is there. He can, in fact, if he wants to, open this document and view it. He can, in fact, compare it with the data that's in the card that was pre-filled. And you can see the amount, you can see the invoice number, you can see the organization, you can see the invoice date. Currency is US dollars. It looks okay. We'll say exit and approve. And in fact, we will go further and say, I've examined it. It's a supplies contract. So we'll enter supplies and save it, and then we'll exit, and we'll complete our job. This moves it on for further approval inside Radiotech. We will assign an approval deadline date of 6/11. Conterra updates its jobs about every 10 seconds, so you can see, and we will open up the next job. And in this next job, it's been received. Now, there it is. Go ahead and open it up. And you can see that Mary Johnson has received this task. Mary is responsible because, as you can see by the workflow quickly, if there was an invoice associated with a PO, it goes down the right path. But if not, it comes over to Mary for certain approval for these types of things. So let's go back to Mary and approve it. She says, yes, this is important. I know the project. I know the contract. I know the vendor. She completes her job. We wait for Conterra to update, which does about every 10 seconds. And here's the next job. Now the invoice is going to go to Jennifer Taylor. Jennifer Taylor receives this invoice because for all service-related contracts, she has to have the approval inside of Radiotech. And you can see the supplies there. We'll open up the card for that, and you can see that Jennifer is the responsible user for this oversight. Great. She's reviewed it and done all of her tasks. She will approve it. And now she's moved it further along in the path. We wait another 10 seconds for Conterra to update the jobs. Here's the next job. We will open it. And you can see this job has been received by Angela Morgan. Angela is the CFO of Radiotech. Let's take a quick look at the scheme. and scroll down, the green box will highlight where it is, and you can see that the job is sitting waiting for the CFO's approval because it required escalation. In the triangle box, you can in fact check a condition. In this workflow, if any contract is greater than $5,000, any invoice is greater than $5,000, you can see it's 20,000 something here, it goes over to the CFO for approval. These levels of approval and conditions are unique per company, and you can obviously set that however you want to. Okay, she's going to complete it, and this now moves it forward so that it can be paid. It just turns out that in this company, she's in fact the one that does the payments too. Radiotech is not an extremely large company, so it's been approved for payment, and payment needs to be made. So what she will do at this point in time is log into her financial reporting system. She will make the payment. We're making an assumption there's no connection between our Conterra system and a financial reporting system. We all know that it's possible to do this in an automated way, but that's for the moment. Just say that she logged into her system, she entered the invoice, she made the payment, and she has the check number. She'll make a note here in the task that she has updated and made payment. Our financial reporting system, FRS, and its check number and date have been entered in the card. Now she will open the card for the invoice, and she will put in the date that it was or the check number first, which is 12-6457, 6457, and the date is today. She works on Saturday. She's a hard worker. She'll save this and exit on, and she will complete it. And at this point in time, the entire process has been completed. That moves us into the invoice management after payment. In some cases, these invoices arrive at companies. Oh, and by the way, you can see that there was a notice sent to Richard Miller that said the process that you started and initiated has been completed. This shows the management power that Conterra has for its workflows, not just to send off a task, but to give people the ability to manage it. Now let's just wrap up. Back to area 3 when we're talking about invoice management after payment. Invoices can come electronically. Invoices can come in the form of paper. Many financial reporting systems can manage these invoices with their software. Conterra can give you the ability to, 1, manage the electronic record if you would like, or number 2, if it is a sheet of paper, our records management software can easily manage this and give you access to where these paper documents are located outside of the repository. That wraps up our demonstration. Thank you so much for watching, and please come over and see us for any more questions you might have.